Hello again, customers, and anyone else that's interested in watching. Today I want to just do a quick video on climate control. The reason for the video is simple. I find I get into a lot of cars where the temperature is set down on 18 in summer and 25, 26 in winter. And you might ask yourself, okay, well that's not unusual, but it is unusual for climate control because climate control is not your normal heating system. Climate control is literally that. It's controlling the climate in the car, and it's highly sophisticated and it works very well, particularly if we just utilize things and don't treat it like the old heating system where it's either hot or cold. So a couple of things here is this button here, auto, does pretty much everything for you. Above it is the temperature. Now that temperature is not vent temperature, and it's not the temperature that's coming through the heating system either from your heater or your air conditioner. That temperature is cabin temperature. So in the event that you get into your car on a very hot day where it's 40 degrees outside and could be up to 60 to 70 degrees inside the car, if it's out in the sun and the windows are up, this temperature here is what the climate control system is set to get the cabin to. So if it's very hot, it's going to go to maximum cold to pull the temperature back to 23, and then once it arrives at 23, it's then going to control the fan speed by reducing it down. It's going to start blending motors to get a fine balance of air temperature that can maintain 23. Now it does that through, as I said, mixing motors with the hot and cold, the heating and the air conditioning together. It also does it through this button here, recirculating, which can be done automatically. Mine has two settings, either manual or automatic. This one has a outside temperature, an outside sensor that picks up exhaust fumes, and it will control the recirculation flap accordingly. Also, if we come outside the car, we will see a sensor that's just behind the rear view mirror. Now that sensor does a number of things. This car's got rain sensing wipers, so it operates them. It's also got a light sensor in it to determine when the automatic headlight should come on, but it also has a UV sensor in there to determine how much ultraviolet light's coming into the car, and from that it can determine just the intensity of the heat and light that's coming into the car and adjust the air conditioning accordingly. Also there's a number of other sensors that make your whole experience very enjoyable with correctly controlled climate. Now in behind here there's an interior temperature sensor. There's also an exterior temperature sensor. So we've got ducting temperature sensors, particularly if the car's got dual climate control, where you can break up one side to the other side and have individual temperatures. This particular car doesn't have that. So basically it's quite sophisticated, it works very well, and it's there to make things easy for you, the driver. So really all you really need to do is set the cabin temperature at a temperature that's comfortable for you. Now that'll vary from person to person, car to car, etc, etc. I generally find about 23 to 24 is a good temperature for summer, and particularly when you've got temperatures of 35 plus outside. And in the winter about 19 is a good temperature, particularly if it's like 8 degrees outside. 19 is still very warm. 22 to 24 can be a bit too warm, and just end up getting sick if you expose yourself to constantly changing temperatures from high to low. So to get the best out of your climate control, it's very simple. I can harp on about how sophisticated and how it all works so wonderfully, but it's fairly simple. To get the best out of it, set your temperature, hit auto, and let it do its thing. And if you find it's not getting cold enough, turning the temperature down it may not necessarily be the answer, because your air conditioning might not be working properly. It's the same too if it's not getting warm enough. This car's actually got a blending heater tap that's motor controlled, so the heater valve that allows hot water into the heater is also controlled and temperature monitored. Not all cars go to that extent, but it's very sophisticated and it works well. You just don't need to muck around too much with the temperature. Once again, set your cabin temperature, press auto, and let the car do its thing, or the climate control do its thing, and it will work so much better for you. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.